Slope is a measure of steepness of a line. In coordinate geometry, you find slope of line by dividing the change in the y values by the change in the x values. By that I mean change in the values of y coordinates and change in the values of x coordinates. This is also known as rise over run. Let's do a quick example to make sure we understand. Here on the xy plane, I have a line segment AB with two endpoints, of course, and we would like to find the slope of this line. First thing that we have to do is to identify which point we will consider as point 1 and which point we will consider as point 2. So let's say I consider point A to be point 1. Then in that case, I will denote the coordinates of A as x1 and y1, which we know are 0 and 3. And for point B, we will say that the coordinates are x2 and y2, and they are 4 and minus 4. So now we have identified the coordinates correctly. All we have to do is to plug in these values into the slope formula right over here. And we get minus 7 over 4. Mostly you will see slope identified by a notation m. So in this case I can say that m, or slope, is minus 7 over 4. So in this example, as we see that we have a negative slope. Now if I was to just ask you, I have negative slope, what does that mean in terms of the orientation of the line? So let's take a quick look at what positive slope means versus negative slope. Positive slope means that a line is moving up. From left to right is moving up. However, for negative slope, line will be moving downwards from left to right. As you can see, I've drawn a few examples of lines for both kind of scenarios. So we looked at positive slope, negative slope, but what if slope is 0? Well, that means that a line with slope 0 is basically horizontal line. It has no rise at all. It has no steepness. But what if line was a vertical line? What will be the slope of that line? Well, in that case, slope is undefined. Vertical line has undefined slope.